My name is Tim Van Damme. I'm a principal designer at Abstract, and I live in Belgium. Design to me is the thread that takes an idea from what it is, just an idea, all the way to the point where it ships, where it goes out into the world. Throughout that process, it can take many different shapes and forms, and it's constantly evolving, which is what I think makes being a designer so much fun. The community on Dribbble and then the community on Twitter, they went hand in hand really nicely, because it was basically people sharing what they were working on and giving other people the opportunity to kind of look at it and learn and dissect. I think designers these days are taking a lot more seriously thanks to Dribbble. It all relied on people sharing their things, people designing a really nice blog and then making sure that the source code of it was nice and clean. When Dribbble came into play, it was just a very warm community where you would get feedback on the work you were doing. You would discover new designers as well, which then it would inspire you to do better work, or those people would turn out to be your friends after a while. So I live in Belgium, but I work for a company out on the West Coast in the US, which is a 9-hour time difference. Design can be done remotely, but you need overlap. My day is split in half, where I'll work 8 p.m. to midnight, and that is, out here is 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., and that's the overlap. That's when meetings happen, and I basically take the rest of the afternoon off, which is great because I get to spend it with my kids, and then after they've gone to bed, that's when I start work again. I get inspired by the people around me, not just the designers, but also the engineers I work with, the people who work in support, the people who work in sales. I'm most productive when I'm surrounded by good people, both in my private life and my professional life. It definitely helps to work on the product that you're passionate about. At Abstract, it's an honest product that makes the design process for teams more transparent. It's a lovely feeling to know that that's how you get your paycheck in the end. I always like figuring out the 80% solution, which means something that would cover most of what the user wants, but is also still fast to implement. If you build a very custom bit of UI that might take weeks to implement, or with some tweaks you can simplify it down to something that can be implemented in an afternoon, that to me is a no-brainer. You don't want to waste anyone's time. I think in the end, it's important for a designer to always be flexible. So no matter what your specific role is, it's always good to pick up on what other people on your team focus on, or how the engineers work. You don't have to know how to write the code, but it's really good knowing what the constraints are that they deal with on a daily basis. It creates a common language. They will say things and don't have to translate it for you. If they pick up on how design works, you can do the same, and communication just goes way faster and way smoother, which again will result in a better product at the end of the day.